I'm going to say this. I am so excited to be a part of another number one bestseller. And this is something that, God, Kristen talked, Mary talked about how things happen in life. And sometimes it might be unfortunate, but it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing. Kristen talked about her grief came out to be now she can serve others by helping them through their grief. And today, my topic is the power of being in service to others. I'm excited to share that because I've been living like that, I guess, all my life. I grew up with my grandmother, and I was always the oldest girl in the house. So it was always me doing the laundry, the ironing, and doing. I was cooking at an early age, and I thought it was punishment back then, not knowing today it's a blessing because now I can do things. And now I notice these young kids today, they don't know how to do nothing. They know how to do Uber Eats and all of these food services. But I am so truly blessed that I had my grandmother, God rest her soul, to teach me. My mom is here. My mom was the trailblazer. So this is one of the reasons why she left us back in Trinidad. So yes, I am from Trinidad, and I've been in the US now for over 40 years. And I lived in New York City for, oh yeah, pretty much the 40 years. and now I'm down, no, 35 years. And now I'm in Dover, Delaware. It's much quieter. It's a slower pace, but I do miss New York. It's New York City, the busyness. After 2 days, I want to come home though. So I'm excited. My daughter is on her way down to come visit. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen and just so I can keep on track. I got to put my glasses on. So yes, can you, let me do one thing. Can you see my screen? Say yes, yes? Awesome. So yes, I am so excited about sharing about my topic from our ascent into your power. It was really exciting to have Dr. Forbes Riley be our celebrity author and to have Les Brown do the forward. And I'm sharing this with 20 to 23 other co-authors from around the world. Our first anthology had 12 authors. This one has 24, double the participants. And I'm also excited to say that our next anthology is called Ascend Your Health. And Deidre is here. And hi, Deidre. So, Deidre, we have AC Caswell, former NFL player with the Oakland Raiders, and Deidre. They're going to be our celebrity authors for our next anthology, Ascend Your Health. And this could be health in any form or fashion. In spirituality, that's what we want. Finances, yes. In fitness, yes. So anyone could fit in this book. Okay, so it's all about ascending your health, being healthy, being abundant. Okay, so I'm truly, so if you're interested in being a part of that and want to know more, you can put it in the chat, anthology. Okay, so again, I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us this morning. I know we've been rocking and rolling all morning. My name, I said, my name is Dianne, and I've been doing this now for 5 years. And I believe the most powerful thing we can do in life is to be in service to others. Today, I want to share a small moment of kindness, how a small moment of kindness can create a ripple effect. I mean, hear Mary talk about that ripple effect that change lives, sometimes in ways we can never, ever see. So before I get in, I just want to invite each of you to just take a deep breath, the breath of life, the breath that is not even promised to us, and invite light and love to come in. So on the count of three, we're only going to do one breath. Inhale deeply through your nose and hold it. Hold it for the count of four. I'm going to count. And then exhale it. So you're going to be exhaling anything that does not serve you. So you're going to inhale light and love. Exhale everything that does not serve you. So on three. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. I just feel that rush of energy. And oh boy. Today started off a little tricky. And I said, devil, you're not going to win today because I am a winner. You're not going to win. I did my whole presentation and then I don't know what I clicked and the whole thing disappeared. And I said, oh, so it had about 8 minutes, less than 8 minutes to put it all back together. So I just want to share real quick, but I am excited to share with you today. And we know March month is considered Women's History Month, a time where we celebrate women who changed the world. We have women like Maya Angelou. Got to talk about her. We have Rosa Parks. I'm in Delaware. It's down this way. You know, this was they passed through Delaware to go to freedom. And we also have Mother Teresa, who really changed the world when she was in her 60s. And I want to share that these women did not pursue service. You know, Reverend Mendes said so. They didn't pursue success. They pursued service. And the world doesn't only change by famous people. The world is changed by women like you. Everyday women, ordinary women like you who say yes to your calling, who decide to show up, who decide to show up today here. And today I just want to talk about something that really changed my life, and that is service. Many of us have reached moments in life where everything looks successful on the outside. The career, the family, the accomplishment. Yet inside there's that whisper that kept saying, there must be more. And that was me. There was always that whisper that says, just can't be it. Research shows that only a small percentage of people truly believe they are living on purpose. And if you think you know that number, type that number in the chat in percentage wise. What number of people truly believe they are living on purpose? I can't see the chat, so Olga, you have to help me.
I see 30, 1 to 5, 9, 2, 10, 7, 5. I guess
Somebody nailed it, Olga.
Yeah, somebody nailed it.
Whoever put 5%, they're absolutely correct. But isn't that sad? Only 5% truly believe that they're living on purpose. Another 5% says, I know what my purpose is, but I'm not living it. The other 90%, they don't even know what their purpose is. So many of us spend decades chasing success, only to discover what we're truly seeking is significance. Our soul, what is our soul calling us to do? And this is why I love Verdesana in Costa Rica. There's something about that place, the energy. It helps you to find your soul purpose. I spent almost 3 decades working for New York City Transit. I began as a railroad clerk back then. Now they're called station agents. And during my years working in the subway station, thousands of people passed through every day, rushing to work, rushing home, rushing through life. And one thing that stood out for me was every single person was carrying something invisible. It may have been a worry, a heartbreak, a fear, a dream. And I realized something powerful. I may never know their story, but for one moment in their life, I could be the kindness they encounter. So many times in the subway station, I had to take the time to really give information. That was part of my responsibility. But I just didn't give the information. I didn't just help them find their train, or I didn't just help them calm their frustration. I did it with a smile. I did it with a smile. And it taught me something I carry with me to this day. Service doesn't have to be grand to be powerful. One little act of kindness could have a ripple effect. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness creates the biggest ripple effect. So this brings me joy, just to smile. And as I moved into leadership, the mindset stayed with me. Instead of asking, how can I get ahead? It was always, how can I serve better? How can my team be better? One of my first projects was upgrading our outdated phone system into a call center. 3 years later, when COVID shut the world down, those systems allow our team to transition to remote work. And Jean is here. She was one of my coworkers, or she was on my team. And sometimes it's still hard for me to say, coworkers, but I was the leader of the pack. And I just love being, there was always, as the leader, people would never know my title because it was never about the title. It's about the work. And like I said, 3 years later, when COVID hit, they were able to transition to working remotely, seamlessly. That moment taught me something even more powerful. When we serve from the heart, you are guided to decisions that bless everyone. I'm going to say that again. When we serve from the heart, you are guided to decisions that bless everyone. Upper management above me, they don't have a clue of how that system really saved us. It doesn't really matter. Our team was able to transition to working remotely without missing a beat. And that's because what? We go out and we serve. How can we make things better? So I'm going to share with you 3 pillars later on. So after nearly 3 decades, I retired. And I asked God a simple question. I said, hello, God. What next? Let me do more for you. And the answer came as a whisper. Create a space for people to shine, to rediscover their voice. Together with my partner, Dr. Olga Kaminer, who's here, we launched Ascend Your Path, Ascend Authors Publishing, and Ascend Retreats. Spaces where you can rediscover your voice and step into your purpose. My 3 fundamentals of service is this. Bring joy wherever you go. Add value and serve. Trust reciprocity, because what you give out is going to come back to you. Success fills our calendar. Service fills the soul. Which one is more powerful? The calendar or the soul? That's a question you could ponder on. I like to ask you a question. Have you ever reached a point in your life where everything looks successful on the outside? And inside there's that whisper, just like it did for me, that kept nudging you or nagging you. There must be more. Even after you built the career, you raised the family, you checked all the boxes. And I know my partner can relate very well to that because she is such a perfectionist. But there was still that nagging that says, what am I truly here for? And this is how God put us together. We did not know each other. And we realized we were asking ourselves the same question. What am I truly here for? And if you've ever felt that whisper, I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. God is calling you for higher. He's calling you to live on purpose. He's calling you to share your message, your story. He's calling you to service. I heard someone ask, I think it was Oprah was doing one of her podcasts, and she asked her guest, when someone feels stuck, what should they do? And her answer was, they need to go in service, do something of service. Because we can only consume so much. Okay, but it feels so good to give back. And I'm not saying to give and feel depleted. No. I'm all for giving from your overflow. Fill your cup up first. Deidre talked about it's okay to say, she mentioned that last month. It's okay to say not at this time to preserve self-love. So I'm excited to say, if you're hearing that nudge or you're hearing that whisper that's saying, what am I truly here for? Why am I here? Who am I? That's your soul calling you to do something higher. And I won't be long. I just want to say just this. There's one thing I want to invite you to do this week. Just one thing. I have some suggestion here, but you could choose your own. This week, I invite you to try something simple. One intentional act of service. Encourage someone who may feel discouraged. Mentor someone who needs guidance. Send a message to someone who may need hope. Or simply remind someone of their worth. Just one intentional act of kindness. Type yes in the chat if you could commit to doing one intentional act of kindness. Just put me. Yes. You see, you may never see the ripple, but that ripple may change someone's life. We witness it here today. How so many of you realize you were holding in grief. You have to let it out. So in closing, I just want to say, gotta go back a slide. In closing, I just want to say, did I mess my slide up? No. Okay. Women's history reminds us that history is not only written by famous women. History is written every day by women who choose to serve, women who choose to lift others up, women who choose to use their voice. And when a woman discovers her voice and speaks her truth, she doesn't just change lives. She changes the lives of everyone around her. And I know that's every one of you here. You are history in the making. And I just want to invite you. If you have a story, if you have a message the world needs to hear, tag me in the chat. Because Ascend Your Path exists for this very reason. Because the world doesn't just need more noise. There's a whole lot of noise around us. It needs more voices of purpose. And that's your voice. So I just want to say thank you for joining us this morning. And thank you for allowing me to share. And I am so excited to see more of you share your message. Yeah, we're saying yes. I'm truly excited. You know, I'm so grateful. I am truly grateful to everyone who supports us on this journey. And we're here to also support you on your journey. Because life is not promised. You know, as we go through, you know, we started our challenge, our 21-day challenge. And we had death in the family. One person lost her brother. I lost my uncle. I just so fortunate I was able to be in Trinidad and I saw him just a couple of months ago. And he died suddenly. My family's getting ready to travel on Monday to go to the funeral. Nothing is promised to us. You know, and so we have death, we have birth, we also have injuries. That happens. But life goes on, it does not stop. So what are you going to do? I say, deal with it, but don't stay there. Bounce back. Use it as a springboard to continue the journey. Life is too short. Don't quit. Don't quit. So thank you again for allowing me to share. Ooh. Thank you all, guys. You can close us out.